As the One Punch Man encyclopedia video did so well, I thought I'd do a video on something similar. It's the Other One-Bukuro. It's mainly about behind the scenes of the manga and how it was made. It has concept art and old panels that aren't used, and other stuff like that. It's mainly about Yusuke Murata, but it has bits of One in it as well. So no webcomic stuff, it's just manga, and mainly about Yusuke Murata with the manga and him talking. So hopefully that summed it up for you if you didn't know what these were. It's just a small set of 3. Each one isn't very long. They're all quite short, not actual manga sizes. So here's the encyclopedia. This is more about character and lore stuff, while this is mainly about, as I said before, behind the scenes of making the manga. So these are all similar in the fact they were released before volume 10 of the manga, so you don't really have to worry about any spoilers. It's mainly just about season 1 stuff and early season 2 stuff. I'll put timestamps in the video in case if you want to skip to a specific Buruko, or you can just sit through the whole thing and watch it in order. It's up to you really. So for the obvious beginning, we'll start with the first one, and it mainly consists of volume 1, 3 and 5 content from what I could make of it. The One Punch Man manga started in 2012, and I believe this was released in 2013, a year after. But yeah, we're going to go through this now. Drink every time you hear me say the word change, because I might say that a lot, and I'm sorry if I do. So, at the front, we got the name, little face in the O, Saitama, basically saying the name. And we got Murata live streaming, that's his microphone and the camera, because we all know he used to live stream his drawings of the manga. And then he's just throwing all the content to Saitama to put in the bag. If you look closely, you can see little characters. This drawing's been crossed out. And the back, this is the first concept Murata was going to draw of Saitama before, he went with One's sort of design a bit more. And Saitama was basically asking, who the hell are you? Well, at the bottom that says, Saitama first draft. I'm not sure if you can see this, but the paper is very lined, because it's sort of like cardboard sort of texture. When we open it up, you'll probably see. Yeah, you'll see it a lot more clearly here. That's what this paper is made out of, and it's quite thick. So here we got an introduction from Murata himself, and here's the first page. This is the design Murata was going to go with for Saitama, apparently I've heard World War II German boots and outfit kind of in a way, but they decided not to. And Vaccine Man looks a lot more like Piccolo than he usually does, where it shows more drawings. Then it shows a bit more later on in volume 1 with the mad scientist when Saitama had hair and he met Crablonte. Yeah, and here's Marigori, and the drug he's taken is beefcake. And yeah, this is the original design before it was changed. It's very nice. It's a lot more Attack on Titan-ish. I guess that's the inspiration here, as One Punch Man was a parody of other anime. And yeah, this is another drawing. You know what panel this is from. We've got Genos and some of the Subterraneans. Obviously the ones in Saitama's dream. It's just showing you a comparison of it with a background and without background. Then text and probably some more notes here. Saitama saying the Earth is protected by him because he's determined to win the fight. And this is quite nice. Him being surrounded by Subterraneans as he's fighting. I wish this was kept for the manga. Then here we have the Subterranean King and Speeder Sound Sonic. And here we have some concept art that Murata would have drawn when looking at the webcomic and deciding how to design Genos in the manga. And obviously we have some more drawings here with Mosquito Girl stuff, and with Genos defeating Armored Gorilla, and Saitama telling him to not take so long telling the story of Dr. Genus. Then it has a bit of Saitama and Genos's sparring match. It's pretty cool. With Genos's defeat. Yeah, I really like some of this art here. Saitama punching and him posing. Saitama's got just a really cool character design as it is. And some cool Genos poses. Yeah, I'm sure you've probably seen this one here if you've read the manga. Same with that one. Yeah, it looks like he's punching out a big bird monster sitting on a bench. And I guess here are like some storyboards or some drafts of panels of the manga. I don't know why, but this kind of looks like the cat monster from Volume 8's Omake with Lightning Genji. We also have Combo Infinity and that Rumor chapter. And that is the end, with some old Deep Seeking art. I really do like his original design, but I think he came out a lot better than the original design, so it's changed for the best, I guess. So now I'll move on to Other One-Bukuro number 2, as we are finished with number 1. And now for this section of the video, I will be going over Other One-Bukuro 2, the second one. Number 2 mainly goes over volume 7, like most of it is just this one volume, but it does trape into volume 6 territory, and a tiny bit of volume 8 near the end. So with number 2, we basically got the same top, the same name, and we have Genos watching over Murata using whiteout, and Saitama's just here in the background watching. We even have a light, so you can focus, and Genos is basically asking if he's drawing Saitama correctly. And again, Genos is watching over Murata, making sure he draws Saitama the best he possibly can, and make him look as cool as he possibly can. With some notes at the beginning. And yeah, this is in 2014. So in the beginning we've got Saitama and Genos chasing off Mosquito Girl with like some weird odorant thing to chase off mosquitoes. The logo, we've got Fubuki and Sonic, but I guess let's talk about the first one on something like that. Then we have these cool hand postures. Amazing One Punch Man. And yeah, this is a little side thing that was in volume 7. And here we've got something quite interesting. We've got Saitama as Batman and Genos as Robin, because I guess that's the sort of like partnership they have, Batman and Robin. But here I don't know who this other guy is with Saitama. Let me know if you know who he is. And then we just got Saitama reading manga while Genos is putting up the laundry. And we've got some cool artwork of Saitama smashing up a spaceship while Garyugen Shoop is panicking. So here we've got a sketch of Meteoric Burst, Boros running towards Saitama. The original entrance of Saitama entering Boros' chamber before it was changed. Because as you know before, he had that cool pose with the aura going around him. This was the original design. Got some of this. E-Iron with Melzagard and Atomic Samurai. And some more changes of the moon landing of Saitama. I find this pretty cool. And Saitama's original serious punch. And here, this is like a really interesting one. Boros was originally going to have 4 forms, like one above Meteoric Burst. And yeah, I know it sounds pretty crazy. Meteoric Burst is already powerful as it is. But imagine if he actually did have this form in the main storyline. It'd be really powerful. And yeah, we got Saitama getting kneed in the gut. And yeah, very nice. Got more of the Boros fight, with Genos looking up to the ship, and probably here getting smashed into a rock by Tatsumaki. Oh yeah, and here, as you know in the webcomic, Saitama wasn't originally kicked to the moon by Boros. That wasn't actually in the story. That part was new manga content. So, obviously, as the moon kick wasn't their first idea, there was obviously going to be different parts of the fight, as seen here. Saitama's getting like punched into the wall and stuff, and a whole pillar is getting thrown at Saitama. It's really cool. This was like removed because it made him look a little bit out of control, I guess, and it was replaced with Saitama getting kicked to the moon. I find that like really cool. And this face of Boros is just amazing. And like I said before, it has a bit of Volume 8 content, as it's got Genos fighting the insides of G4. And here's Moomin Rider, one of the greatest heroes, with Atomic Samurai, and Boros' original design. And this was later changed because he looked too human, so they changed him into how he is now. And that is the end of the second one, with the ending showing us the insides of the ship and the back, that I forgot to show you at the start. But it's just Saitama drawing himself some hair with Murata just watching. Pretty cool. And that is the end for Other One-Bukuro 2. That makes this the end of this section of the video. And at last we have Other One-Bukuro 3. This mainly contains Volume 8 and Volume 9 content. I'd probably say it's mainly 9, but it has its fair share of Volume 8. So on the cover we have the same logo but with number 3, and a whole load more characters than usual. And they're all sort of in a chibi art style. And it's pretty cool how they're drawn like that. So we've got Saitama, Moomin Rider, Garo, Speed of Sound Sonic, and all the Class S heroes. Oh yeah, and Fubuki. Then we've also got Murata drawing, with one right there giving tips and basically telling him what to do, with Prisoner's butt obviously hanging down and having to show like always. And the back cover is Saitama looking in an envelope filled with paper. I'm assuming it's like fan letters to Murata and One, or manga just getting sent off. I don't really know. And we've got the same usual message with another picture, and it's Murata digitally drawing Saitama and moving parts around, because obviously he doesn't always just do paper and ink. Sometimes he does use the tablet. And it's nice to see some Fubuki artwork. We get a lot of that. Different facial expressions for the hero eyelashes. Fubuki attacking Saitama outside of his apartment. It's also nice to see Speed Sound Sonic again, with a sadistic type smile going on. And more Fubuki with Saitama. We got a bit of the Genos versus Speed Sound Sonic fight, with his clones he makes. And we've got more Speed Sound Sonic with drawings of King and Genos' machine gun blows, and just more cool artwork as it is. We've got Golden Ball, and yeah, the inside of G4 again. This is quite nice. And Genos powering up, and more of the same sort of stuff with Cat, Speed Sound Sonic. And I like this also. It's One's drawing of Saitama and Murata's drawing of Saitama. And it looks like it goes into a bit of Volume 10 content, as it's got Tank Top Master and Moomin Rider in hospital after being beaten up brutally by Garo. And more G4. Really cool. I'm sorry if I don't have much to say in this one. I can't really think of anything right now. Other than just calling out names of characters you can clearly see. This is quite nice. and I'm sure you've probably seen this online quite often, because I have. And it's got some of Volume 7's remakes also involved, with Garo, the hero hunter, and him just defeating all the villains and heroes sent to Guard. And here we have some of Volume 8's remake Lobster, with the dojo busters and Saitama flinging them away, and Bang's dojo is just getting trashed because Saitama's flinging people through it. And then, they obviously walk away and bump into Garo by mistake. And then they just get beaten up by Garo. And that is the end. We have Lily and King in a disguise, so he's not spotted and people crowd him. That's the end. And forgot to mention, this is released in 2015, and it says right there. So yeah, again, I'm sorry I couldn't think of much to say for this one. This one usually speaks for itself, I guess. So yeah, this is the end of the third and last Other One-Bukuro, ending this section of the video. And that is all 3 of the Other One-Bukuros. Sadly, there is no number 4. This is 2013, 2014, and 2015. Yeah, and currently as this recording, it is 2020, so it's been 5 years since the last one of these. I hope Murata brings them back, because they are really fun and entertaining. They're quite nice to collect as well. I thought I'd put the full 3 set in this one video, so I hope you all enjoyed. And sorry for the delay of Mob Psycho 100 Volume 5, I'll explain in that video when I get to it. And hopefully later this month I'll get around to One Punch Man Volume 20. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.